Texas was at the center of what experts are calling a political earthquake this weekend. A Democrat pulled off a stunning upset in a runoff election for a state Senate seat in North Texas.
Yeah, we're talking about Senate District 9 in the northern part of Tarrant County, at the Fort Worth area. KVUE's Daniel Perot joining us now in studio to break down why this was such a shocking win in a solidly red Senate district. Daniel.
That Senate district has not been represented by Democrats since the early 1980s. It's the seat that Kelly Hancock stepped away from after more than 12 years to become the state's acting comptroller. The shocking upset has Republicans sounding alarm bells and Democrats optimistic about their chances in the upcoming midterm elections. An upset sending shockwaves through Texas politics after Democrat Taylor Rayment defeated Republican Lee Wamsgans.
This was a complete overturning of the apple cart in Tarrant County politics.
It's the latest in a string of surprising wins for Democrats.
Voters who historically have voted for Republicans were persuaded to cross over and vote for a Democrat in this election.
Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick and other top Republicans pushed heavily for Wamsgans. On Sunday, President Trump, who endorsed her, distanced himself.
I'm not involved in that. That's a local Texas race.
But in the last few days, Trump posted about the race 3 times on Truth Social, urging Texans to vote and heaping praise on Wamsgans.
She called herself a mad MAGA mama bear, and that really didn't resonate with most of the people in the district.
Patrick called the results a wake-up call for Republicans across Texas, writing, "Our voters cannot take anything for granted." Rayment will serve in the seat for the next 11 months. The two are expected to face off again in November for a full 4-year term.
I think Greg Abbott should be shaking in his boots.
Texas Democratic Party Chair Kendall Scudder says the results show voters are souring on President Trump and Republicans. He says Rayment, a union president and Air Force veteran, won by standing with working Texans and focusing on what mattered to them.
They aren't getting what they want out of their government after 30 years of Republicans running Texas into the ground, and they're ready for a change in direction.
Democrats are hoping it's a sign of what's to come in the midterm elections later this year.
I think it really creates an environment where 2026 is going to be interesting here in Texas and across the country.
This is no doubt a big win for the Democrats, but there are some important caveats here. Special elections are not always predictive of the regularly scheduled elections, in part because turnout is much lower for them. This runoff election had less than 100,000 voters. The November election will also have 2 big races on the ballot for U.S. Senate and the governor's mansion leading the top of the ballot. In the studio, Daniel Perot, KVUE News.